spiritual brothers and sisters, once more, I have the opportunity to give a lecture on Buddhism to mainly Singaporean and then also Vietnamese and people from Hong Kong and then also some Indonesian. So indeed, I'm very, very happy. Buddhism, actually, historically, is the Asian religion, one of the important Asian religion. Now today, because of technology, because of available of information of different culture, different religion, so on this planet, even some remote area, there are some people now showing interest about Buddha Dharma. Now, for example, now here, this time, one group from Romania, about, I think, 80 or 90 come from Romania. So we only know Ceausescu, that dictator. But I never been Romania, and we have very little contact. But I a little bit surprised to see some group from Romania used to come, showing interest about Buddhism. And then also some people from Latin America, Argentina, who speak Spanish, like that. So these are the indication. And also I know, I think in Uganda, some African, of course South Africa, there are quite a number of people who are showing interest about Buddhism, including some native people. And also I think Uganda or one country, where some, I think, Buddhist temple. I saw the picture like that. So like Christianity, now anyway, is an international religion, right? Something like that. So the Buddhism also becoming like that. So of course, all major religious tradition now originally come from different part of the world, but now today become something, the old religion, like that. So in any way, traditionally, Buddhism come from India, from Asia. So many people in Asian continent, traditionally Buddhist. Of course, China, a huge country, most populated nation, that historically, generally, a Buddhist country, like that. So we all is a student of same teacher, that's Buddha Shakyamuni. So we are follower of Buddha Shakyamuni. And the Buddha Dharma, one of the ancient world religion, at the same time, very relevant to today's world. Of course, all other major religions also is relevant, but particularly Buddhism is the emphasis, the sort of some kind of infinite altruism, compassion. Not only we human being, fellow human being, but also you see the entire sentient being. And very much emphasis on non-violence. So that is today's world really need that message. Then Buddhist philosophy, Buddhist concept of interdependency, concept of interdependent, interdependent. That view, again, something very relevant to today's world, because now today's world, I think mainly human population much increase, then using resources now increasing, much increased, and then also technology, our way of life also is much change, using much technology. So as a result, there's some impact on natural environment. So here, our concept of interdependency is very helpful to develop the attitude, the whole world, whole planet itself. Like environment, not something separate, but we sentient being, particularly 6 billion human beings, is very much sort of related with that. Our future depends on the planet sort of ecology, proper ecology. So therefore, the concept of interdependency brings us the fuller awareness of how important we're taking care of the planet. Then in economy also, now global economy, not only nation to nation, but also continent to continent, heavily interdependent. That also brings the Buddhist concept of interconnectedness or interdependent, like that. So I think our health viewpoint also, this concept of interdependency, physical health, mental health, very much interlinked. So now modern medical scientists begin to realize, in order to take better health, you should. There is no point to neglect about our emotion, because of stable, calm emotion, calm mind is very important for physical health. So all these interdependency, that's the reality. So the concept of interdependent, is that brings us the concept of holistic. So it is very relevant to today's world. In ancient time, like we Tibetan, remain Tibet, high altitude, people call roof of the world, and no knowledge and practical day-to-day, the reality, not much connection with the outside world. So through centuries we remain like that. Now today, that kind of reality no longer there. Completely changed. So I often used to telling or expressing, now today's world, according to today's reality, now century-old concept of we and they is no longer there. Now we must consider entire world as a part of we, because individuals' future depend on the rest of the world. Because of the new reality, environmental issue, economy issue, all these things. So therefore, the Buddhist concept of the Sanskrit word patitsamupad, in rough translation, interdependency. You see, that concept really relevant to today's world. So sometimes I'm talking to some Muslim friend. From religiously, they are Muslim, nothing to do with Buddha Dharma. But there are, people on this planet. So therefore, the Buddhist concept of interdependency is something useful for them also. I usually is telling half joke, half serious. So like that. So the concept of interdependency originally come from Buddha Dharma, but it is something applicable to this world, today's world, irrespective whether believer or whether Buddhist or non-Buddhist, or whether believer or non-believer. So my sort of scientist friend, after our discussion, or sort of, casual talk about the Buddhist concept of interdependency, then some of them really impressed this idea, this concept. So they love this concept.